Okay. Ugh, right.
Oh!
What song are we talking about today?
Inhibit, bruh.
Sounds a bit like.
It was called Intervals Rip-Off for years. Well, not years. Like,
I'll cut this bit out.
yeah. I think this track was probably the first one. It's like it pointed us in the direction that we then went, where it was more the guitar was the focus, being basically a replacement for the vocals, and more of a conventional structure, maybe verse chorus type thing. This was probably the first track we did that.
Yeah, because a lot of tracks on like Stages to Osiris, they weren't really verse chorus. It was sort of one section leads to another section, section, and then the finale section, and then that's the song.
I think closest thing was Reactionary, but even then that still goes off on one.
Dad, I'm recording a podcast. God, you're so what? Shut up! Just get out! What, sorry? Password for the Wi-Fi? Yeah. I don't know. You better off asking Mum, didn't she change it? Isn't it like... So is it... No, but the S's are 5. I think. Now get out! God, so annoying! Right, sorry about that, guys.
Is that getting kept in?
That's getting kept in.
What were we on about?
I can't remember now. Conventional ways of writing songs, and this was one of the first songs. Sort of conventional.
I mean, it's still a bit all over the place, this one, but there's definitely a definitive chorus in it.
Yeah. There's a moment in it which actually I think is, at least to me, is similar to what you were on about in The Fine Line, you know, with that one section that repeats and you were kind of a bit like, could I have done something more to it? There's a perfect example of a section like that in this song where, what is it? Is it 32 something? That one section where after the first chorus and then it goes back into the verse again. It's just
the like selective picking,
the plug section that just is there to plug the chorus and the verse together.
Because it went off on one and then I was like, well, how do I get this back to the chorus?
Yeah.
And then it's just thrown a random section and then we just hop back in. It works, but it was definitely... This was when I was really taking songwriting a bit more seriously and trying to make them better songs rather than just kind of riff fests. Because I learned a lot doing Fine Line, writing that, and compositional techniques, and then this one was making it more accessible, I think. But it still had that essence of epic, going off on one, weird sections. Because there's that middle section that's really kind of silly. Yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool riff to play that. It all like lands on the fingers really well, but I think because of the way it's accented, it's kind of sounds a lot more complicated. It's like the bit before the 4/4 break.
It's quite funny because I remember when we were recording that one and we got to that bit, I didn't really know what to do in it because it didn't really make any sense rhythmically, at least in my head, and the click that you'd given. And the same with Joe as well. Didn't really know what to play, so you just kind of went, no, just jam it, just jam something. So
the interlude bit.
That interlude bit.
Yeah.
It's just the result now is just an absolute chaos of noise, but it kind of works because it kind of, you know, it's just really funny the way that came about was just utter chaos.
I think this one's a really good indication of how to use time signatures. I forget what we talk about in these, but I feel like I've brought this kind of thing up before. Before the 4/4 break in the middle, like the epic section, like the time signature changes before that make that 4/4 more impactful than if it was just 4/4 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's like the release rhythmically, and then you're in the epic home base, you know.
We're in home base.
Yeah.
Let's get some patio furniture. There's also the digga section in there as well as. That was quite a nice, I would say, homage to still keeping to your roots.
Well, that bit was actually originally going to be in Consume All, the next track, and then
I cannot hear it being in that.
Exactly, that's why it's behind this. But it's a interesting bit. That it's fun to play. This one's always fun to play. I think it's got an energy to it. It's always driving. I think that last kind of riff section is cool. And then I had to throw in the DBD theme piano. in the string bit.
Yeah, you've got to keep it so that we can say that they are all conceptual pieces. And they're all alluding to something.
I think this
Even
song
if we
is
have
probably,
no idea what it is.
I think this song is probably the. If I was to show someone who's never listened to us before, maybe this one's a good one because it kind of has everything.
Yeah,
It has
it's
the
a good
melody
start.
now. It has the kind of epic riffs. It's got the epicness to it, and then it's got the kind of orchestra ending.
Yeah, it's a good
and it's more accessible. Maybe one of the newer songs we're working on now, but I think out of the older stuff, this one's probably a
Yes.
It's called Inhibitor because it was meant to be the opposite of the Catalyst. There you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Filmed a cool music video for it in some woods.
We did, yeah, in some nice elderly lady's grounds, in a foresty bit in her ground. We had that random guy just come in, wondering what the hell was going on, didn't we? About halfway through.
Yeah.
This random guy just turned up and we were just like, oh yeah, sorry, I could hear drums. I didn't know what was going on. And then he said, I remember. And then he said, oh well, if you ever need to use like a barn or anything like that, it would be wise. I've got one. You can use that if you want. I've no idea who it was though. That's the only problem. So, so I have no idea how to get in touch with him. He's a very nice man, very good about it, but I have no idea who he is. I think probably one of my favourite sections of all the songs is the final Genty section in that. Because that was me sort of dusting off my Jay Pastone's style of playing from Tesseract. Specifically the outro of the song Nocturne. Because he utilises a lot of very weird cymbal placements over a syncopated rhythm, which was what I tried to recreate in that, particularly with the the dun 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 dun, like where that cymbal's landing really is a very odd way of landing, but I've taken that from a style of like Tesseracty Genty playing. Which is what that whole ending is, isn't it? Really, it's very much sort of, I would say, even if indirectly influenced by songs like that.
It was probably the first iteration of that gent sound into our. Even though I don't think we ever quite get there, we take stuff from it, but it's never. I don't think we'd ever be gent.
No, we'd like take a section or two, but. That would be it. It would never be a full song of Onslaught or anything
I've
like
got a demo of a song that went full gent, and it was the reason we never released it.
We might use it.
Yeah, I was thinking about reworking actually.
Next DBD project, full on Onslaught is gent. That's it.
No.
That's all it's gonna
Gent is a genre.
It is a genre. You see, the thing with that album.
That's enough time.